A relieved Max Verstappen escaped a 3-hour post-race review over his last-gasp clash with Charles Leclerc to win a thrilling Austrian Grand Prix. Verstappen took the checkered flag at the Red Bull Ring after a late pass on the Ferrari driver, who started on pole and had been cruising for much of this race. The Red Bull starlet, cheered on by thousands of Dutch fans in sweltering conditions, looked to have denied Leclerc a maiden win after an epic tussle. The two 21-year-olds went wheel-to-wheel in a brilliant finale, before Verstappen's contentious move at turn 3 on lap 69 of 71. The stewards immediately noted the decision after Leclerc conceded the corner and was forced off the Red Bull Ring track. "What the hell is that?" Leclerc yelled over the team radio following the Dutchman's move. In farcical scenes, it took F1's governing body the FIA over 3 hours after the race to announce their decision. The stewards, having deliberated for some time and spoken to both drivers, ultimately decided no further action was required. It is a somewhat controversial decision after the sports rulers penalized Sebastian Vettel for a similar incident that denied him a win in Canada this month. "It is hard racing, otherwise we have to stay at home," said Verstappen, who has now won back-to-back races in Austria. "If those things are not allowed in racing, then what is the point in being in Formula One? After that start I thought the race was over, but we just kept pushing hard. You could see we had good pace on the straight to make the pass. I'm delighted for the team." Verstappen had started behind Leclerc in second on the grid but dropped to 7th after a poor start off the line. But the youngster, who triumphed on Red Bull's home turf here last year, quickly fought his way through the field. The Dutch sensation passed Sebastian Vettel, Valtteri Bottas and finally Leclerc in a stunning end to the race. Bottas completed the podium but it was a tough race for Mercedes as Lewis Hamilton came home in a lowly 5th. The day belongs to Verstappen, belatedly but deservedly so, as Red Bull and Mercedes' 10-race winning streak. For his fellow starlet Leclerc, the wait for a maiden F1 victory goes after the contentious incident ended his hopes of winning. "I let the stewards decide, but for me in the car it was pretty clear," said Leclerc. "I don't know how it looked on the outside, but we will see. I was on the outside just like the lap before, it was fine because he left the space for the exit on the corner. But he didn't on the next lap, so we touched and I had to go wide and then obviously I didn't have another chance to pass back, so it's a shame." After last weekend's dull French Grand Prix, Formula One needed to put on a show and it duly delivered. However, this debatable decision puts yet another cloud over the sport and dampens what had been a thrilling end to the race. The season so far has been dominated by Hamilton but the 5-time world champion endured an underwhelming afternoon. Hamilton had been looking to secure his 5th win in a row but missed out on a podium for the first time this year. The Briton's misery was compounded late on when fierce title rival Vettel managed to get his Ferrari ahead of the Mercedes to secure 4th. Elsewhere, British teenager Lando Norris finished 6th for McLaren, equaling his career best. Hamilton heads to his home race at Silverstone in 2 weeks' time, 31 points clear of Bottas in the championship.